Hi, today we will discuss about the STP protocols, how the STP protocol works, what are the things are there in the STP protocol, all such a things we will discuss in details. This data I took from the YouTube information from other channels. Just what I learned, I convert into the knowledges I want to transform to another way, another to transform to others. Okay. STP protocol is a spanning tree protocol. The standard defined 802.1d. Drawback is to be a slow convergence. What the STP protocol address? Two elements. One is loop layer 2 loop detections and stop broadcasting informations. So types of STP protocol: STP or STP. PVST, rapid PVST is Cisco specific. The STP convergence time is slow. It's overcome by the RSTP protocol. So this is the typical example: switch A, switch B, and switch C. This is the looping links are there. So assume that switch B is sending packet, it reaches to switch A as well as switch C. So is to be infinite broadcasting. It leads the system to be get crashed. That's a problem number one. Problem two: unstable MAC address table. Assume that in this case switch B flood broadcast the packet, reaches to switch A and learned the MAC address G0/1. At the same packet sends via to switch C and reaches to switch A, the same MAC is learned. The MAC address table is to be altered. So it's unstable set of things will lead. That's a problem number two. And third, problem three is a duplicate frame. So assume that scenario: host B sending a package to host A, host B sending package to switch C as well as switch A, because the host A address is not there, so it's tried to broadcast the packet flooding out. As per the flooding concept, the switch B sends the package to switch A as well as switch C, and finally reaches to end host A. So end host A receive two packets. It's called as a duplicate frames. That's a problem number three. So to overcome all this problem addressed via STP, it tries to eliminate the duplicate links connected from one switch to another switch. How it resolve, we will see. So these are the things, right? Okay. Okay. So how the STP protocols works. So you check out, there's a 5 steps process. First, elect the root bridge. 1 minute, I will just. Second, place root interface into the forwarding state. That means root bridge interface all are putting to the forwarding state. Third, each non-root switch select a root port. At least one root port must be there in the non-root bridge. Only one port. How to select? There is algorithm is there. So remaining links choose as a designated port. All other ports are put into the blocking state. Such a way the loop is to be avoided. These are 5 steps. As part of the role, right? Root ports, designated port, non-designated port. The best port to reach the root bridge is called as a root port. The designation port, which is the best in the root bridge via link. At the same time, when a packet comes from the designation port, it consumed and forwarded. Non-designation port is sort of blocking state. It will not learn any of the packets. So it's a port roles, three set of port roles. One is root ports, designation port, non-designation ports. This is what it addressed out here. Root port, designation port, non-designation ports. And come out, next one is states. STP maintain 5 states. So we will disable, blocking, listener, learning and forwarding. So disable state is a shutdown state, blocking state the port is to be blocked for long, and listening state is to be, it will not forward any of the packets, as well as MAC address also not learned. That learning state is allowed to learn the MAC address but not forwarding. So we will discuss in details. That's all the strategy. The first step is selecting the root bridge, right? So the root bridge is a 64-bit bridge ID. It's a combination of priority plus MAC address. The priority is 32768 and the MAC VLAN is allowed 4096. Add along with this priority plus VLAN. So the election process, the lowest bridge ID is to be a root bridge. If the bridge ID is same, lowest MAC address and lowest, how things are worked, we will see in the coming sessions. So you see this is a bridge ID. The first part contains a bridge ID which contains the priority, and second part is to be MAC address. So selecting the root process, this is the algorithm. So how to select the root bridge is a straightforward. So based upon that PDU exchange, it will identify which one is the lowest one, it will selected as a best. It is selected as a root bridge. Second, select the root port. How to select the root port? The port has the lowest path cost. How the path cost is calculated? Based upon the speed. If it is a 1 gig, the speed is to be decided is a 100 Mbps. The speed is decided like that. So assume that switch B wants to reach to the root port. The cost is to be 4, 19 plus 19, 20, 38. So the cost is high. So which one the lowest cost is selected as. So that's why is selected as a root port. Similarly, root C, this one is a root C. This is the lowest cost. So root port is selected. Assume the root path is cost are same. The lowest switch ID. How the topology mostly to be like that. Assume that you are in a switch D. The cost is same to reach out both the case. In such cases, the neighbor peer end priority you can check. Otherwise, MAC address to check, and then select that root port accordingly. So in this case, here is a root port. And third step, if it is priority and MAC address is same, in such cases, rule number 3, it will select based upon the peer egress port values. So 0/10 is to be selected as a root port. So designation port is to be selected the same role, but only thing is the local switch IP, switch ID and MAC address is to be used. So take this example. So device with the least local switch ID is preferred. That means in this case, RP decided based upon the neighbor switch ID, but DP is based upon the local switch ID. That's the only difference, key difference to select the DP. So once the DP is selected, all the other ports make it out the blocking state. So some of the timers is running, that is allow timers 2 seconds once the packet is to be exchanged, and maximum age out if the packet not comes out within 20 seconds. I didn't assume that the link is going down, and forwarding delay is to be minimum 50 seconds. So How things are work, let's see. Here is a detail captured here. It's a blocking state. The port is in a blocking state, means it will not forward any Ethernet frames and does not learn any MAC address. Receives and processes the PDU only, but it allows to receive and process the PDU. PDU will remain in the blocking state for 20 seconds before it transition to listening state. Once the port is in a blocking state, next step it move to this listening state, right? How is identified? Based upon the age out, minimum 20 seconds it will take to identify the age out. After that only the topology is to be refactored and algorithm is to exist. So minimum it will take 20 seconds to switch over to the listening state. So once it comes to the listening state, STP messages are consumed and determine how the topology is configured. Listening state, the port is not forwarded any frames. The port is listened 50 seconds before it's changing to the learning state. So listening and learning state is a transaction medium from blocking to unblocking. So it will take 30 seconds minimum. Once the port is in a learning state, it allows to process the user frame and start updating the MAC address table also. However, it will never forward the frames. It will not forward it, but it learns the packets. And it's same, it is updated to the database MAC address table. It will start forwarded after that 30 seconds, 50 seconds after. So once the port is in normal operation, sending and receiving frames happening in the forwarding state, and finally is the disabled state. So this is the summary. Age out will happen based upon 10 into hello second, 2 seconds it consider, 20 seconds it will takes. Once the packet converted from the blocking to forwarding, it will take 50 seconds, 30 seconds it will take to be converted to forwarding state. This is the overall picture of the STP protocol. Thank you. How it works.